Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Green Tambourine Tarot. Today we have a very special reading. We are going to be discussing how to move from your draft of forgetfulness, which is your physical body, and how you can move from there into your draft of remembrance, which is your spiritual body. So you experience when you're born, you experience life through taste, touch, smell, all of your physical organs in your body. And then you move from there to, once you transform yourself from there to your memory body, which is where all of your memories are stored. Your etheric body is, all of your spiritual assets are stored. That is going from what's called your fated life to your destiny life. So your destiny life has all of your memories and everything stored in it so that you can move forward, right? So this is our Ascension series, and this is the first reading from that. We have 4 piles for you to read from, and it's okay if you don't know everything all at once. It was a lot that your spirit guides gave me to share, or the divine gave me to share with everyone. So I want to be able to go through this as easily as possible so that it can be a better understanding for us all. So when you are born, you are born of a physical body, and we forget everything from our past. We don't bring that in with that body, right? How it is connected to us in every single thing we've ever learned through our ancestors, and all of that is stored in our spiritual body. So today we're going to talk about your fated life, which things happen over and over. So if you feel like you're in a cycle or a loop of some sort in your life and you can't seem to break free and get to what's called your ascension, we're going to do that today. We're going to start the journey today with looking at your fated life. That's your physical life, your fated life. Then we're going to look at what action you need to take to get to your etheric life, or your destiny life, or your spiritual life. So how can you make that connection, or how can you go from having a unskilled life from the standpoint of spirituality? A lot of Buddhists call that part of your life where you are in a bit of a loop, where the same thing keeps happening over and over again. You're struggling, you're in stress. You go from that to your destiny life, which is the life that you have where you are able to become mindful of the things that are happening in your life and overcome them quickly. And that is one of the things that has been put on my heart to share. So on this journey in the coming weeks, that's what we're going to be talking about. We're going to begin with our first reading, which handles again the your fated life, or your physical life, versus your spiritual life, and what you need to do to release and go from just the same physical thing happening to you over and over again to your new life. All right. It's exciting for me. I love to learn, and this is going to be amazing. So we have 4 piles. Pile number 1 is the Woodwives. So you can pick whichever adaptability. And this is the Rose Quartz. Okay. The next one is the Jeweled Web, or Connectivity. And I believe this is, yes, it is the Green Aventurine. I want to make sure. Yes. Okay, so it's the Green Aventurine. And with the pink, with the Rose Quartz, oh, I'm glad I didn't call it pink quartz today, but that actually stimulates divine compassion and dissolves energetic blockages. So you have that with the Woodwives. That's the first one. This one is the Green Aventurine, and this helps you to embrace all situations and remain heart-centered. And that's with the Jeweled Web, or with Connectivity. Then the next one is the mahogany obsidian, which is this one. It inspires creativity and rejuvenates your root chakra. And this comes with the will o' the wisps, treasures hidden in the shadows. And finally, the next card is the Unmarked Trail Revelation. That's pile number 4. And this is red jasper, which strengthens connection to the earth and supports life force energy. All right. This is from the Zodiac collection, crystal collection. And I will link that below for you, and you can check those out. All right. So this is the earth. Sometimes these, like the rose quartz, goes in some different ones. But if you are picking with an earth sign, if you have an earth sign in your top 3 or top 5, rising sign, your sun sign, your moon sign, your, I'm not the astrologer, I told you guys that, but this one, just so you know, the mahogany obsidian is related to Capricorn. This one, the red jasper, is related to Virgo. Green aventurine is for all zodiac signs. If you're trying to pick with a pile with zodiac signs, I knew because I've seen a green aventurine in several of the piles. And rose quartz goes with Taurus, but it also is in some of the other boxes as well. So if you're going to pick with a crystal, just pick with a crystal you like. But if you wanted to know about any signs that you had that may be earth signs, and then clear quartz, just means just go for it. That comes in the box as well. So, all right, guys, I'm going to begin with pile number 1. I hope this helps you on your journey to, my prayer is that this helps all of us on our journey to move now from our physical life and really learn how to, or find out what we need to do to move into more of our spiritual life. Let's begin with pile number 1, right? So we're going to look at your current life, which I'm going to actually do with some tarot cards, okay? So I've already shuffled these, and I'm going to just pick a couple of these to tell us about your life currently and the situation that's going on. And then we're going to go from here to what action you need to take or what energy is behind that action. Then we're going to look at your fated life and how we get from there to there. So let's start here. 9 of Wands and the death, or the death and rebirth card, the number 13 card. So I'll show you these two. So let me see if I turn this off. Hang on. I have a candle over here. Just okay. So I'm gonna see if I can, let me see what I can do. All right, so you're gonna see my light thing in here a little bit, but it doesn't give you any, I don't care about that as much as I want you guys to be able to see the cards, right? Okay, so hopefully I have adjusted it where you can see the cards a lot better. And to say that I am nervous about this, I really am, because this is something new to me, but I trust the spirit because he put this on my heart to share with you guys. And so I am getting out of my own way to be able to share this message. This is something that, you know how whenever you're comfortable with something and you, oh, guess what, you guys? Okay, so I'm going to pause for a second here. You know, the Virgo Nation, I found some lines on my screen, so now I can line it up. Did you see I just straightened that out? Yay! Okay, so anyway, all right, so with this, we're going to go ahead and get started. Yes, I have to trust the process just like you guys. So it's it's easier for me to have a prayer to say, I am grateful that I was chosen to help with this. I really am. And because this is very important, we're going to spend the next 30 days doing this. And so let's go ahead and see your current situation. So with this Nine of Wands, it actually indicates that you need some rest right now. You have been on a journey. You, in terms of your spiritual journey, you have been fighting the war for good. It's almost like you have been on the spiritual quest to connect with your divine, or connect with the divine, connect with your spirit guides. You've been working really, really hard to release the physical body and ascend. And right now it is time for you to rest from that and just relax. And striving and all of those things are still actually physical. Those are all still physical traits. And as we learn to ascend inside to our spiritual, or connect with our spiritual traits, we have to release what we think we need in order to get there. And with this Nine of Wands coming out, it is time for you to leave that path and go on to something, and leave the rest of whatever it is you thought you needed to others to manage, like the physical life and things that you have been caught up in, whether you've been striving to make money, whether you've been striving to do all of these physical tasks that go along with this light, your fated life or your physical life. You've been doing that for a while. And so the striving, the stress, all of that, you're now, that's the situation that you're in. With the Death card, it's not a literal death. It's the death of something else. I think it's the death of the fated life, that you feel like you're on like the wheel, and you can't seem to get off, and the same things keep happening over and over again. You're stressed. Even if you don't have a lot of stress in your life, it's like you've been fighting hard to connect with the divine and the spirit guides. And what I mean by that is, like, there's always something that's stressing you out here in the physical realm, and you're not easily able to overcome it. So you're the person that's going through the same thing over and over again. And that's referred to here, that is referred to as the hell realm. So it's like you're in the physical realm, where you keep experiencing the same loop over and over again. And so this actually is an indicator of great things to come, because you're cutting the cords of your past. So I think that this is a beautiful indicator of where we are. So let's look at your current fated life. So whenever something like this is turned upside down, this is just for us to pay attention to it. So whenever you have an oracle card, this is very important. So the Temple of Truth, your throat chakra, authenticity and self-expression. So for some of you, you have spent a lot of time in your life talking about what you're going to do. And maybe you are a spiritual teacher, and you've been talking a lot about what needs to happen. Your throat chakra, you actually use your throat chakra a lot. And so the Temple of Truth is saying that that is where you are now. This is why you're probably asked to rest, and that there will be a rejuvenation of your life. I'm going to be coming back and forth, because as I go through this is very, very important, and I will be in prayer and studying in between these. So I want to go into prayer and study to find out exactly for you, pile number one. This may take me a couple of days to do this one reading. We shall see. But I want to find out exactly what it is about your throat chakra that Spirit wants me to share for you, so that or how you are using it in your physical life. Okay, so concerning the Temple of Truth. So this is your fated life currently. Where your throat chakra is, for some of you who don't know, it is the energy portal between your collarbones, and it's the energetic center that governs everything to do with truth, communication, and self-expression. And whenever you have to speak up, raise your voice, or even get your emotions out, that's when it is activated. You will often feel the space is clogged up energetically, or when it needs to open, because you'll feel a lump in your throat. For some of you right now, I think that this is very powerful, because this is a reading for some very powerful people who have been on the battlefield and using their voice to share with others about the goodness of their connection with the divine. You could be a spiritual teacher. You could have a huge following as a spiritual teacher. You could just be, and when I say a huge following, if you have 5 people that are following you, that's a huge following to me. I mean, to the spirit realm. But I really sincerely feel like this is somebody who has like thousands of people who watch them. And, or you just have a very important connection with the divine, because you use your throat. You're some kind of a speaker or someone who communicates in that way, whether you communicate in prayer, whether even if you sit alone, but you pray for thousands. That is the kind of energy that I'm hearing, and you have been on the battlefield for a while. You have been, but your specific connection, we're going to today see what we need to do to unlock your connection, because this is your destined life, okay? This is going to be the tool that you need to use to get there. With this temple, you're brought to this space because you're being reminded of the importance of your identity and your self-expression in this lifetime. Acknowledging who you are, who you have been in the past, and who you are becoming is so important for the unfoldment of your path. This gateway reminds you that in fact, the truth heals. Your truth is your truth, and it's important for you to honor it with every facet of your being. This isn't the first incarnation in which you have felt the importance of honesty and authenticity, but it may be the first in which you have had the full freedom of expression. So this gateway is coming to you today as a message that there is something buried deep inside you that you haven't expressed, and this is causing energetic blockages on your ever unfolding path. It is time to love yourself enough to honor the feelings that are rising up in you, for they are divine guidance that will bring you into greater alignment. This is exactly what we're talking about today. This is going to bring you into the alignment that you need to release everything, your connection that you think you need to your physical body. You've been trying to manifest by using your voice, but the methods that you have been using have been physical or fated. So you think that the things that happen to you are fate. What Spirit is sharing with me is that now you're moving from something that keeps happening to you that you think is fate. You think you keep meeting people. You think all of these things are fated. And the situations that you're going through, all these battles that you're fighting, you feel like, well, this is fated. What Spirit wants you to do is to move from here to here, where you are able to defeat or overcome these in a matter of minutes and not years. How you do that is you release your attachment to these physical things: sight, touch, smell, and these are your physical organs that you use to communicate in this realm. What Spirit wants you to do is to start to activate your spiritual organs. Your spiritual organs come in the form of, and there are seven different ways to activate that. One of them is through ethereal means. You're looking at your different energy zones, like your 7 different energy zones. You have 7 different ways, like whether it is your to activate or we will go through all of these to activate your spiritual organs, okay, and your connection with the divine. Let's see what the bridge is for you. I hope this is very exciting because what this is if you see the energy flowing from, like, say for instance, this is your collarbone, the water is life. Water holds memories. So all of the memories that you're born with, when you drink that water, water activates memories for you, and water is life. And so, and the other energy that you have around you, and I will find a set of those energy photos. It's not just your chakras. It's a collection of different things that actually help to bring your spiritual memory back to you. So even though you get different bodies, when you incarnate, your memory from your ancestors, everything that you've gone through is still connected to you in your energetic field. And so that's what we're doing. We're connecting your physical body, with your energetic. Okay? Let's see what this says. So this says Earth School, life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. Oh my goodness. So this is what you're going to need. I don't know. I just flipped the cards over. So this is beautiful. Earth School, life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. That is where you are right now. So this is the bridge that you need to get to here. Okay. I'm going to turn this over because this is your destined life. Your destined life is, and this was upside down again, which is, it gave me shivers because this is I am present. Your destined life is light body activation, accessing divine wisdom. That is why I figured that some of you guys are, if you know how important this is like you're studying and you're coming into, I'm getting goosebumps because I'm just honored to be able to share the message with you guys. I was really nervous about this, so I'm going to let my emotions flow today. But you guys are connected very highly with the divine, the I am presence, light body activation, and accessing divine wisdom. You have been, as I said, you have been fighting through a lot, thinking that your battle is here, but Spirit is ready for you now to release how you normally fight battles. We're cutting the cords. Your Earth School, your life lessons, your soul growth, study, higher learning, all of that is going to get you to accessing your divine wisdom. You can't get this adaptability from Woodwives. I know that I'm not reading that for that purpose, but this is amazing. This is amazing, pile number 1. Let's talk about Earth School and what else you need to access and what tools you need. And I have some prayers for you as well. So with this Earth School card, which I'm going to hold up again for you, just so you can see that. This is learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. Okay. This is learning. The challenge for all souls having a human experience is to be in this world, but not of it. To realize that you are a soul having a human experience and be fully conscious of it. This is the first step in moving from your fated life, where things just seem like it's just fate, to your being able to have true manifestation and true connection with all of the divine information you need to fulfill your life's purpose in this lifetime. That is the goal, to fulfill your life's purpose and activate your life purpose in this lifetime. Your personality tend to relate to either transcendence or immanence. To those who lean toward transcendence, you have a longing for the heavens and the metaphysical. You yearn for a personal experience with God and to be lost in the heavens. You're envious of the angels and are more comfortable praying and hanging out in the stars rather than being here on earth. For those of you who tend towards the immanence, you have attached yourselves more to the earth and your body. You spend more time thinking about things in this physical world rather than connecting between the heavens or your own mystical inner world. And I don't know why they say mystical. Well, mystical, I get it, but between your own spiritual inner world. And I know that's going to trigger somebody to hear me question that, but I'm doing that because there are so many different people that watch my channel, and they come from different backgrounds. And my background is, I guess my earthly background, I should say, came in through the Christian faith. So sometimes whenever I hear words that trigger me, don't let it trigger you because I'm having a conversation about it. Just know that that's where that comes from. So as we all grow and show each other grace along the way, we will all get to our destination, not our fated life, but our destined life. Okay. For those of you who are towards imminence, as I said, you tend to spend more of your time thinking about things here in the physical realm. And that could be a lot of you with this journey. And it could be that you feel like you do have a connection with the divine. I don't want you to get this confused to say, well, I already have a connection with the divine. That's not it. There's more for you. There's more to unlock and access because you have been on this loop of things. The same kind of people show up in your life. Let's talk about that for a second. The same kind of people show up in your life all the time. You keep going through the same exact situation over and over again with different people. So you always have the thought that when something good happens, something bad is right around the corner, or you feel like there's a lock or a block on your blessings. God has shown you that you have some type of a fated life or a destined life, but you're stuck here in the fated life. So what we're doing is we're showing you how to unlock this. Unlock where you are right now by going through Earth School so that you can connect with the light body presence. If you are a star seed, you are drawn towards the transcendence, which means that you relate more to having a longing for the heavens and the metaphysical. You're more comfortable with the angels and heavens, and life on earth can be more difficult for you. If this is you, you're being reminded that you chose to be a soul in a body on earth. You chose this life. Remember that. You're being called to focus more of your energies in the physical world right now. Now, to learn how to be human, a soul in a human body, fully present to what life on earth has to offer you. Now, correction for me. This is saying that some of you are so far in here. For some of you are so far into your metaphysical life that you don't have a connection to your physical life. For the majority of you, you are on this wheel of your physical life, and it's time for you to cut the cords from that and transcend into your physical life. But for some of you, that may be a situation where you're like, she's not talking to me. I am in my physical life, or I am in the metaphysical life all the time, and it's more comfortable for me there. But you have to be able to learn how to deal with your fated life so that you can fully enjoy your time there. Some of you are using your connection with the divine as an escape from dealing with some of the stuff that you've had to deal with in your past. So the thing is that there has to be some type of a balance. there so that you can transcend and really get rid of, not avoid, but face and cut the cords from. That's what the goal is. So how can you find, do you tend to long for the stars or be more in the physical? How can you find greater balance between the two? So that is your starseed soul inquiry. And let's talk about some of the physical situations. Let's see, what is the block for them here? I'm going to pull one for the transcendent group and one for the imminent group. So one for the the transcendent group, your block is dealing with the Four of Cups, and it's coming in through the Four of Cups. And with the imminence, there's two. The physical people who deal more in the physical. The Temperance card has come up, and the Three of Cups. Okay. Okay, so for my group that is of the transcendent, my transcendent folks, these are the people who are dealing with a lot of things in their life, and you're using your connection with the divine to escape, not to face. And you're not, the thing that I'm seeing is that you're taking things for granted. The connection with the divine is that, like, yes, I have this connection, but it's like the divine wants you to, the I am presence. Wow, that's funny that this came right under here. It's almost like that connection is being shown to you in a different way, but you're not seeing it because you're focusing on all of the things that's happening in your physical life. So you're like, oh, I'm tired of all of this stuff going on. I'm going to go and just sit there, and it's almost like you are connecting more so with the divine as an escape for not dealing with, because you're having some issues in your life. But once you get focused and you start to take more time to learn about the connection that you have between the physical realm and how you release yourself from that, and then really get into the I am presence, you won't have to deal with a lot of as much stress and strain for things as you think. And then you will actually use the tools that you have to live a better life. It's being offered to you. And I hope you would take this opportunity to not judge your journey and not judge others, but to move forward in the journey that you have. You're discouraged. So let's talk about this. I was true in saying that you've been on the battlefield for a while. You are discouraged. I'm talking about my transcendent folks, the people who tend to lean more towards connecting with the divine rather than connecting with humankind. Okay. And it's not that you have to, because we all have to connect. That's what we came here to do. You chose to do this. So this life, though, you are going to be able to really have the connection that you want, not out of running away from the physical, but you will be able to use your superpowers to manifest and get your job done in this lifetime. Right now, this is saying you are actually discouraged and unmotivated because you have had to deal with so much. You've been on the battlefield for a really long time, and you may feel like there's no solution. There is a solution. You did choose it, Earth School. And so I am going to talk about the I am presence here. That's a very powerful card to show up. So that's what I meant by you guys being very powerful people. And it is truly an honor to be able to do this reading to help you. Pile number one. Regardless as to what happened, you really don't, it's like you have to have, now's the time for you to do that self-evaluation. That's why this is coming up for you. for all my transcendent folks. The Temperance card. So for you, a lot of you actually do have, for those of you who are my eminent people, this is, to me, this shows that you have that balance. So you have that balance and you've been doing your work, which is why I think you're not running from people. Your connection, it's almost like you're ready if you are some of my eminence folk. Eminence, again, are people who deal more now currently in their human state. You are balancing for that. That's an indication that you have one foot in the water, which means that you do have, the normal temperance card has one toe in the water, but that's basically saying that in the water of life that you actually have one foot in the subconscious world and the other foot in the natural world. So with this card coming out for you guys, most of you, there is showing that there is a balance there. You have a good mix between your super and subconscious mind. There is a great union. So this infinity loop, so even though this is the sun, this is the moon, this is the divine. So you guys are really, for this major arcana to come out for you, this is just saying that you are closer to your journey than you think. You're not running from, and I'm not saying you're better than the other people. Everybody's different on their journey. The goal is for all of you to get to the I am presence. It's just saying that now that you have done, a lot of you who turned around and did the work on yourself to actually have that peace and patience in your life, that harmony that you need to be able to transcend to the I am presence. It means that you are a little bit further along than the people who have been on the battlefield. But once you get your rest, to all of my people who have been in the arms of spirit, you will now have the tools you need. Because once you connect with the I am presence, the question that you need to ask is, how do I activate what I need? And so that I'm not striving, so that I can connect to my ethereal or to the spiritual realm. And so I'm going to look at my notes here. Give me 1 second. So there are 7, and I'm going to put them on the screen. There are 7 different levels or 7 different types of spiritual bodies or DNA. Okay, that's what I'm calling it. Spiritual bodies or DNA. You have been prepping. You are able to balance your emotions. So this is for you guys. You're ready for the earthly goal that the divine has set before you. You have done your shadow work. And some of you are clearly healers. Some of you are not. And it's time for you to continue on your journey. You will have success on your journey, especially with the 3 of Cups. That is a time for celebration. And I'm just so very, very happy for you. Now, for the rest of us, you have been on that battlefield for a while, which is why the divine is saying now that you need to go back, but now you're going to go back with the tools that you need. Okay. And it's going to be a period of happiness for you, and you will get to have that quality time that you need with your family and friends, because you've learned how to balance when situations come into your life. Okay. So the drafts of memory. So these are the drafts of remembrance. Your etheric body, your emotional body, your mental body, your astral body, your etheric template, your celestial body, and your etheric template. So this is the energy. These are the 7 levels of energy that stay with you throughout your multiple incarnations. And that is what we're connecting to. Your I am presence. Let's see. And I kind of feel bad. I know that for whatever reason, the people who are drawn more to the spiritual realm first, and in terms of not dealing with what's happening in their life, it is time for you to do your shadow work. And the people who are happy humans in this existence, they have done the shadow work. So it's and they know how to alchemize and get things done pretty quickly. With the I am presence, this is amazing that this came up in this reading. The I am present is frequently mentioned in ascended master teachings. Wow. It's the individualized presence of the divine that rests within us all. Personally, I see no difference between the I am presence and what other people call the inner teacher or higher self. It's the aspect of divinity that lies within us, offering us great wisdom. It's the inner Buddha or Christ consciousness. It's the part of our soul that has never forgotten that it's connected to divine love. When our faith is challenged, there's a part of us that knows there's something out or in there, and it's the I am. This card is the gateway that allows you to reflect upon the fact that this incredible infinite divine being is within you, always aligned with love and always offering wisdom. For a long time, the I am has been dormant, and we have been encouraged to believe we are insignificant and powerless. But the more you connect with the divine, the more you realize that it's resting gently within you. You are the divine expressing itself. You are a facet of the God particle having an individual experience, but you are still a part of the whole. So this is your message. You are experiencing a great shift, which is helping you. Wow, see, you're experiencing a great shift. Boop, boop. You're experiencing a great shift, which is helping you understand yourself in ways that were previously impossible. This is an exciting time. You are connecting with the highest form of intelligence within you. The body of light within you is growing brighter, and you are becoming aware of how your actions and choices affect the unfolding of your future. The bright light you are is expressing itself unapologetically. So I'm going to pull an angel card for you just to see which angel you can see that's guiding you on. So this is the angel of strength. So the angel of strength is helping you. Wow, that's almost like it. Isn't that the same? It looks very similar that the angel of strength is helping you on your journey. I'm going to sit that there. I'll sit that there to help you connect with the divine. And so rely on the angel of strength to be able to help you when you need to connect and disconnect. For some of you, it's just connecting now to and recognizing all of the spirit, the different, the 7 levels of spiritual information that you can tap into. The rest of you, it is stop trying to fight the physical battle and just learn how to alchemize and learn the gifts that are being sent to you and use this. Some of you are tired. That's what I hear. So I have, oh, wow. So I have 3 cards that have come out. Compassion. This is a prayer. Dearest one, be compassionate towards yourself. Surrender the self-criticism and fear that has you believing you need to improve in order to be worthy. You are perfect just as you are. The only thing that needs to change is your perception. You will come to realize the jewel you are when you love and honor yourself as you are. I really believe that that is for my transcendent folks who are not really connecting to the human experience right now. Have some compassion on yourself. You will get there. Stop trying to strive to get there. It will happen for you naturally. These 2, I think, I haven't even read them yet, are for these folks. Guilt. You do not need another's approval to feel worthy of love, regardless of what you've done or what you think you failed to do. From your soul's perspective, there's neither right nor wrong. Every experience in life is here to help you expand your awareness of love so that you may embrace ever greater spheres of wisdom. You've done nothing wrong. You've done nothing wrong just because you've chosen to have more of a physical experience. coming into this connection with the divine. Okay? And finally, for both of you, patience, or both sets of you, I should say, patience. Patience is required at the moment. You may feel that things are not moving as fast as you would like, yet there is a lot going on energetically. The current situation causing concern is evolving positively. Let go, let go, and have patience. You will eventually realize that this whole event was in fact a blessing. All is perfect as it is. Trust you are eternally loved and guided. Yay! Trust that you are eternally loved and guided. I feel like I need to have one more thing to give you guys. Let's have a soul truth and a self-awareness. So the question is, what is their next step? So we got your next step to have compassion, patience. What is one thing that they can do today that can help pile number one on their journey? So we're going to look at one thing that you can do today besides having patience, releasing your guilt, and having compassion, and realizing, and I hope you guys took some notes on this for yourself. So I'm going to close my eyes. I know you guys are going to be able to see what's on here, but I won't because I'm closed. All right. What are we choosing for pile number one? I don't know what this is, but okay. Wow. Do I surround myself with people who lift me up? The people with whom you surround yourself determine who you become. Does your tribe fill you up? Do they inspire you? Do they believe in you? Do they help you step into your greatest potential? Make a desire list of the type of people with whom you wish to surround yourself with, and clarify if there is anyone in your life who no longer serves you. Can you love them from a distance? So this is what's going to have to happen for you, pile number one. You're going to see that, and I don't know why this, I'm just going to go with this, you guys. So it says, am I on the right path? Wow. Okay. So my attention was drawn to this. To answer you on this, you need to make a list of the people who you connect with. Spiritually, ask the divine to show you or to help you write this list. Just like how I had the feeling that I needed to focus on this, and be okay with just releasing people. Sometimes when you're in the physical, this is one thing that I'm feeling I need to share. Sometimes in your physical body, when you are releasing people, you think that, well, I don't want to hang around you anymore. Sometimes you can release people energetically with love and allow yourself to, because you're in this state where you need to connect more with your I am presence, or the I am presence is showing up in your life, which is huge, by the way. Use your angel of strength to be able to write that list out. And just know that you're not releasing them forever. It just may be that, you know how when you're a kid and you go outside to play, everybody may not be able to come outside, or if you have to go in and take piano lessons, but everybody else is outside playing, are they still your friends? Yes, but you just had to take piano lessons. And I think if you can think of this list as an 1818 is just on the clock I just saw. So that's spirit confirmation. That is what this is for you. I don't like when people say, oh, release what doesn't serve you, because that's confusing to people, because sometimes people feel like, well, what if this person is my friend? Am I supposed to release them and not be around them anymore? That's not what this means. Think about it and the aspect of it being piano lessons or track practice or running practice or something, dance practice or something that you're doing to connect yourself to go from here to here. So whatever your earth school moment is at this time, it might be, you could just say, hey, I got piano lessons, or I got study, spiritual study or Bible study or whatever it is, meditation time. That is what you can consider to be that point in your life. Even though it might be a year, you can still look at it like it's piano lessons for you. So then that way, when you connect with this person again, you actually have the tools you need to not still be in the stressful karmic loop with them. Okay, there'll be different people because you'll have different information that you can use on your journey. Okay, it says, am I on the right path? Sometimes we second guess what we are doing. We lose trust in the process and question if we are even on the right path at all. Know this, you are on the right path. Keep going, keep believing, keep remembering that you made a soul contract that you are currently fulfilling in every area of your life. Even if you can't see it, that doesn't mean it's not real. So your soul action is to search for all the ways that you're aligned with your soul's purpose. So write a list of all the ways that right now you are aligned with your soul purpose. The signs will appear, and let this newfound trust fuel your next steps. So what you focus on expands. That's what I hear with this. What you focus on expands, and you have your list. So not only do you have your list of people, but you have your list of actions that have been right in your life, especially with my transcendent folks, my folks who kind of hide in the bosom of the divine all the time, and they're not dealing with what's going on in their life because they're tired of fighting. Write down those lists. For those of you who are in the natural realm more, start to write down some of the things that have worked for you in terms of your connection with the divine. So there has to be balance in both of these for you guys, for this spread here. I want you to know that I thank you for allowing me to share this information with you. I thank the divine, the angels, the spirit guides, and all for allowing me to connect and share with you this information. For some of you, I really feel like, because my throat, it's like I feel a tightness here in my throat. So for some of you, it is to activate your temple of truth too. So thank you guys so much for allowing me to share in your journey and pray for your next steps. Go into meditation about it. Those are some steps that you can do. Go into meditation and ask for the keys to unlock what you need to learn so that you can balance out this relationship. You can be physical and metaphysical at the same time. There has to be a balance there, everyone. And to get there, I wish you all the best. Take care. Oh no. You guys, I have been sitting here talking the whole time and didn't know that my camera was not recording. Okay, so I'm going to leave it the way I had it. Okay, so I had picked out, this is crazy. Okay, so we welcome pile number 2. So what we have here is we're trying to see how we can move from your draft of forgetfulness, which is your physical body, your human experience and what you're experiencing physically, to your draft of remembrance, or your draft of memory, which is your spiritual life. And this will be the tool to help you get there. Okay, so this will be the bridge that helps you get from there to here. Surrender to the sweetness, Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. So that's where you are going. This is your destined life. This is the life that you feel like you are fated to have. Like, this is what you're experiencing over and over again. But doesn't seem like it's actually that bad a situation. And crown chakra upgrade. This is what you will be getting. When it comes in upside down, this just means in an oracle card that it is important for you to look at. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're like in tarot card that there's a meaning for it. It's just in this deck, the the author that says that this is an important thing if it comes in upside down. So, crown chakra upgrade, divine connection, holy experiences, and miraculous energy. That is what you're going to have to get you from here, your fated life, to here, your destined life. Okay? So, let's check out, and this I had already flipped over. I was doing a whole talk about it. Did not capture a lot of that on camera, but it doesn't matter. Where this is your current situation, Seven of Swords in reverse, Seven of Wands in reverse, and Seven of Swords upright. So let's talk about that first. One of the things that I did mention when I was on there is that you guys, the jewel web and connectivity, both of these represent, and I don't know if this is important to your reading or not, but we shall see. Because while the green aventurine, and it sounds like an Avenger or like a Marvel, the green aventurine. Okay, so the jewel web of connectivity also recognizes that we all have a role to play in this life. So if you're someone who is very open to the world, and what I mean by that is open and you see things as the whole, that could be your energy. So that was one of the things that I was talking about. In terms of your current situation right now, I don't know why this looks like little, like, where I live, we have like these outside, they have these little beetles or whatever that look like that. It's just, I don't know why. Those are feathers, but it just looks like little beetles to me, which is, okay. I don't like bugs, but okay. I love bugs. They have their purpose in this life. They feed the birds, right? Okay. And they do other great things. All right. So the golden children, inner child tenderness, innocence, and rare gifts. So let's talk about your current situation that you're in right now in your physical incarnation. Actually, with the Seven of Wands in reversed, it shows that there is some type of external pressure that is weighing you down. You think that others are perpetually criticizing you, your family, your friends. You just feel like you're supposed to be able to, in your life, win everyone over. And you have been working really, really hard because, and I think that once we get into this, is that you have been considered the golden child in your family, right? And it's not necessarily going exactly the way you think it should. Your life right now in the physical realm, because you've been, yes, you have had some connection with the divine, but your life is not exactly the way you think it's supposed to be. You have people in your life who can be questioning your choices about what you're doing in terms of spirituality. It could be a myriad of reasons why you feel like your life has kind of been in an upheaval lately. When you're looking at the Seven of Wands, or even, with the Seven of Wands in reverse, this is confirmation that you may be overwhelmed right now by some of the challenges and responsibilities in your life. And you also worry that you must compete against others, be in a situation where you're trying to avoid conflict wherever possible, and you're backing down from your point of view too easily. And with the Seven of Swords coming out, I really think that it is more, when you're talking about more of it being in an upright position, it is suggesting that either you have been, sometimes this is a situation of betrayal, but in this situation, I really feel like it's telling you now that you're going to be provided with some shortcuts to get from here to here, to get from here to here. Because you have been dealing so much in the physical realm, that you are going to now have an opportunity to leap forward. Some of what's been going on in your life has can be attributed to the responses. Like, say for instance, if somebody at your job has done something to betray you, right? Or you've lost your job because, I'm just using this for an example. You've lost your job because somebody at your job did something to let's say hurt you in a way. In this situation, you have to look at what role did you play in it? Did you speak up when you were supposed to? Or did you speak up and then you were ostracized because you did the right thing? But either way, this is saying that you may need to get what you want. You might have to use some spiritual methods to actually shortcut your way through. There are no shortcuts in life, but there are ways to learn. This is just affirmation or confirmation, I should say, that you're on the right path, believe it or not. The Seven of Swords coming out is actually confirmation that it's time for you now to make that leap, because your life is kind of a little bit in upheaval when it comes to your dealings in the physical realm. And so to get you out of this karmic circle, or not karmic circle, but like this physical hell on earth, in a sense, it's now time for you, because you are the golden child. You're going to be provided with some ways to be able to go through this. And we're going to talk about it through your crown chakra upgrade of what's going to happen. So with the golden children, or children of the sun, you are highly advanced. You're extremely intelligent. You're an extremely intelligent soul who have incarnated. So there's a group of you that have incarnated here on the planet, and you have little or no personal karma, and you possess incredible gifts and intuitive abilities. This is why this has been such a hard thing for you, because you typically are the golden child in your family. Like, and the fact that you may have things going on in your life right now that just kind of don't align or don't make sense. Spirit is saying that with this Seven of Swords, even though it can be attributed to sometimes a sign of betrayal, that's not what this is. It's shortcut, and there could be like shortcuts and things like that, but that's not. But the shortcut is actually going to be to your benefit. Golden children are born with a very clear mission. Many remember it from a young age and begin answering and sharing it early in life. Due to their unique intelligence, they may find themselves easily bored at school. Some of you have never incarnated on Earth before, so if you're not supported in the right ways, you can struggle with your physical life here, which is what I'm seeing happening, okay? If you have this card, it is a sign that you're being called to mother, father, or nurture a child. You may be called to tend to your own inner child, a creative idea or project, or a new beginning. In this situation, we're talking about your new beginning of connecting with the ancient information that you came here to complete your mission. So you have been going down one path, and Spirit is saying we're going to shortcut you to your next path. To see the world through the innocence of a child, to see yourself and all others as innocent children. Oh my goodness, that makes sense for this jeweled web of connectivity. Because when you have that card come up, if I'm doing a different reading and that card is actually on deck, as they say, then what that means is that you are a part, you understand that you are a part of, and all of your actions are a part of the whole. If you're looking at yourself and others as innocent children, then this is definitely confirmation that this is the right reading for you. To remember that deep down, everyone is trying their best, and if they're treated with a tender heart, they'll not harden as they journey through this great adventure called life. So during this, you're asked, even though people may have, your family may have doubted kind of what your new journey is, or even if they have been in support, there are other people you may feel energetically that you're being, it's almost like it's like, not that you're ashamed of it, but it's like you can't tell everybody what you're doing right now. That's what I'm hearing. You can't tell everybody what you're doing right now, but it's been a difficult journey for you in the physical realm, because you're not used to being here, and the actions that people do and the things that people do, they don't make sense to you, because that's not the energy that you come from. So you're being shortcut to your new path And the starseed, your soul inquiry for this is, how can you treat yourself and others more tenderly as you go along? Because if you know, like, if you know the answers, you're bored at school, you're like, man, why isn't everybody getting this? It's not really that way. Everybody comes along on their own journey, and you're being asked to have compassion for people as you go along on your journey too, because when you're the know-it-all in the class, people have to have compassion on you because you're not where they are. Maybe you can't run as fast as everybody else. Maybe you can, I don't know, but everybody has some gift. So while they tolerate your gifts of being a know-it-all, you can tolerate their gifts of whatever they bring to the table. So that is one thing that the divine is encouraging me to share with you. So your bridge to get from being the golden child that's dealing with a lot of earthly issues and dealing with your draft of forgetfulness or your physical body, how you move from that to connecting with your draft of memories in your remembrance body is going to be with a crown chakra upgrade. And with this crown chakra upgrade, there's one thing that you can do. Okay, so you have a way to connect is to visualize the crown of your head opening up. So this is an exercise that you can do. This is your shortcut. Okay, so write this down. This is your shortcut. Visualize the crown of your head opening up and bursting with infinite, clear, and rainbow light. Send a signal from your crown up into the heart of heaven. Visualize streams of consciousness pouring into you and listen deeply. Streams of consciousness meaning those different, or the 7 different levels of information or consciousness, and I will put them up on the screen so that you can research them, but you can listen deeply to and visualize those streams of consciousness. That is your shortcut. Let's talk about the crown chakra. It is the energy center found at the top of your head. It's often symbolized by a 1,000-petaled lotus, which again is the jeweled web, right? It's like, that's the jeweled web. That is so funny. It's often symbolized by a 1,000-petaled lotus, and it governs our connection to wisdom, both internal and that of source. Opening the crown chakra represents connecting deeply with the heart of source and drawing down inspiration and insight. So this transports you to a sacred hall with pillars representing the divine connections to source and a gateway that is guarded by a white dove. This symbolizes the Holy Spirit. It may seem as though this is another realm or dimension. Ultimately, it is found within. We are all facets of Holy Spirit incarnate. This card calls us home to ourselves, encouraging us to claim our divinity. I talked to you about the shortcut you needed to take to do that, the visualization that you needed to do. This is your message to go from just being the golden child here on earth to really connecting and living out your purpose in this lifetime. Your crown chakra has been upgraded. The spiritual connections you have always had are now being acknowledged. The parts of yourself, this is what this is talking about, that this is a brand new thing coming into your life. So your connection to spirit is now being acknowledged fully. The parts of yourself that you have run from or ignored are being reclaimed. That could be one of the reasons why it's like you have not wanted to face something. When these 2 cards come up, it talked about whether or not you wanted to actually face someone at work with the 7 of Wands. It could just actually even be being faced with the fact of who you are, that you are a golden child incarnate. This is really a very important time for you, because you are uncovering gifts and wisdom and moving through healing. You may have experienced moments that have tested your faith and your belief in the divine. This is hilarious. Not hilarious, hilarious in the way that some of you is challenging. Like some of this too is your challenging your belief in the divine. And when I said the Holy Spirit, some of you were like, that's not in my faith. That's not what this is talking about. Spirit is saying spirit is spirit, and there are 7 levels to how you access this information. And that is what you're being called to do at this time. There is an urging from your spirit guides for you to bridge that gap. Stop playing games. Oh, and there's the water that turned on for confirmation. So anytime there's water, I don't even know if you can hear it or not, but there is an automatic like turn on valve in the room next door, and it it has come on to say yes, that is my confirmation from spirit. So that's what we've been using. It happened in the first reading. So this is your confirmation time. Know that it's okay, and no grievances for what you did in your past, whether you believed in God or not, whether you believed in the Holy Spirit or not. It does not matter. Time is now. All is forgiven for you, and for anything that has happened, all is forgiven for any kind of shortcuts or any kind of shortcomings you've had. And you're going to now move on to your true destined life. The Holy Spirit is within you, is with you and within you. This is a coming home to your truest self. You are also being encouraged to prepare yourself for miracles. Expect to experience wonder and blessings, for you are being surrounded by healing light. Divine encounters and holy experiences are happening around you. If you have had a challenging relationship with spirituality or religion in the past, this has now been healed, and you can move forward in an authentic way, experiencing the divine on a personal level and beyond the limitations of unnecessary dogma. You are connected. You are connected to the divine. This is the power for my unbelievers, which is why you're like, everybody is all the same. That's what I'm getting now. Got it. Everybody is all the same. I'm no different. Even though you were born a golden child, you're like, well, I don't want to be a golden child. Like, you want to fit in with everybody else, and that's not necessarily how that's happened, which is why you probably have issues with relationships with people. It is okay now for you to be who you are. That is what the divine is saying to you. It is okay now for you to be who you are. Wow. Oh my God. I just was sitting here playing around, and something told me to pull out a card, and I was just sitting there pulling it out, and I was like, God, death card came out. The death card came out. My dog just ran. The death card just came out because it is a cutting away, death and rebirth. Death and rebirth of your situation. Wow. It's now time for you to step into who you are. I was just sitting here playing around with this deck just while I was talking to you guys, and not playing around with it, but just moving it around. And I just picked out a card. So that is confirmation that that's your confirmation. Wow. The water turned on. What else do you need? Okay. I can't physically do anything else for you to let you see that although you may or may not have whatever relationship you have with the divine, it is, and yourself, to say that you did not believe in Holy Spirit, or that there were spirits with you, or you did believe, but you may have been too embarrassed. You didn't want to outshine everybody in your neighborhood or in your class or whatever. So you would hide. And as a result of your hiding who you really are, you were wrought with a lot of these physical challenges, or challenges in the physical realm. And what I mean by that is like people betraying you, problems with your family, because your family knows why you came here. And other people in your tribe were born to be able to support you in this journey. And now it is time for you to make your way. This is almost like a beautiful journey where you're going through, you've come out of this light, you're ascending now into this jeweled web. I don't know if you can see that this 1,000-leaf lotus looks just like the jeweled web, and that you know that you are connected. It's very important for you to do that shortcut and start to visualize on a daily basis your connection with the divine. Surrender to the sweetness is what you are being called to do, because Venus pure energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. That is your connection with the divine. And look at that. There's a guy in the pool and a lady out there. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. All right. Okay. So this is a sensual, highly feminine card. Feminine is spiritual. Masculine energy is physical. Doesn't matter if you're a girl or a guy, but this is saying for you to surrender to the sweetness of life. This is a sensual, highly feminine card. It is a call to surrender to the sweetness of life, to let the ever abundant feminine take over. This does not mean if you are a guy, okay, that you don't have feminine energy. We all have emotions. Emotions are considered, they're labeled and categorized as feminine energy. Doesn't mean that you're feminine. We've been conditioned to believe that we're not balanced, and we are balanced. We make up the whole. That one, we make up one part is yin and yang. Yin and yang. Everything in life is balanced, right? Okay. So, to let the ever abundant feminine take over, to taste the fruits you've been working so hard to grow, to let your senses take over and really drink in your life with wonder. Get intoxicated on the simple bounty that this planet has to offer and which you have within you when your well is full. So be grateful for the simple bounty that this planet has to offer you, which you have within you when your well is full. So when your well is full of energy, the ancient Babylonians connected the feminine goddess Ishtar to the planet Venus. And in Roman mythology, Venus was the goddess of love and beauty. In our night sky, aside from the moon, Venus shines the brightest. You're the golden child. You shine the brightest. Whether you're male or female, you shine the brightest. Time is your most precious resource, and it's the greatest healer. If you've been all work and no play, this is a sign to take some time out, to reconnect with your lover, play with your children, even if it's your inner self, and even if you are showing yourself love, and give yourself the luxury of time without an agenda. Many of you are so busy building your life that you forget to enjoy it. You forget why you decided to build your life in the first place. So disconnection from the sweetness of life causes more pain than you realize. And that's what you've been going through. You've been striving to build the life of your dreams in the physical realm, but you have driven yourself into exhaustion. So this card is wooing you back to the pleasures of just being in this human experience. Focus on what really matters and enjoying your incredible life. So how can you surrender to the sweetness of life? What's one way you can enjoy your life a little bit more? So you've not been enjoying your life. And one way you can do that is to, now that you have your crown chakra upgrade, now that you've gone through that, you will be able to, and this is the indication that you will be able to rely on the ancient wisdom you have to see that, yes, you are connected. Yes, you are divine, and it is okay to be divine. And I wanted to share that with you a little bit. There was something else that I felt like I wanted to share with you. I was just saying that, yes, when your well is full, how you fill your well is through your connection with your ancient knowledge. You actually are connecting with just the physical realm and not in striving, because you may have built a beautiful life for yourself with a lot of material possessions. Okay. Some of you have a lot of material possessions, and you would be considered blessed by the world standards, right? But you still energetically, you're not happy. And it is because you have to surrender yourself. Once you've done your chakra upgrade, your crown chakra upgrade, it's already done for you. So once you accept it and you start to visualize your connection with it, that's when you will download the information on why you're really here and what you really came to do. So try not to do anything drastic, like just leave everything you have behind, all of your whole life behind and that kind of thing. I think it needs to be a gentle sweetness and done with love, and realize that everyone in your life is connected to you in a beautiful way. The Moon card. So this has come up. I know that there will be some secrets, some balancing out of who you are, some explanations of why things are the way they are. So there will be some things that will be revealed to you as you surrender. So when the Moon card comes out, there are really large forces at play in your life, which I really feel underscores the fact that you are a golden child, and a lot of the things and the issues that you have might be issues that are in your head. And what I mean by that is that, and that was my dog's spirit confirmation. My dog just shook. Okay. All right. So something beautiful can come out of this mental hurt that you've been experiencing. And what it is you're going to connect with a more beautiful life for yourself. And your belief in the divine right now is essential for you. And just know that your life goes on in spite of what has happened to you. And I think the question you need to ask yourself is all of this that I'm experiencing right now, is it really my true life, or is it an illusion? And I think once you answer that question for yourself, when you connect with your crown chakra, or now that you have your crown chakra upgrade, you have your shortcut, you're able to really experience the sweetness of life. And it may be a sign to listen to your dreams and intuition to balance out cold thoughts that you may experience and to calm your worries. So that's one of the keys to having the Moon card appear. So I'm going to give you I'm going to ask, so I did a couple things, so I'm going to do it in that order so that I keep. So I'm going to give you a prayer from your guardian angel here. And expression. Express how you feel. See if I can know what that orange is kind of, see if you can see it here. Let's see. All right. Express how you feel clearly, lovingly, and honestly without fear or judgment. Say it exactly like it is. All will be resolved when you express to others how you truly feel. Trust in the power of life to guide you and heal all concerned. Self-expression is liberating and healing. This actually is confirmation about the fact that you have been holding and hiding stuff in, or holding your true feelings in just because you didn't want to offend somebody. This is definitely something that you need to do. And we're going to talk about how you can do it. We're going to use the Soul's Journey to give you some exercises on what you can do to express yourself. When was the last time I danced freely? Dance, because it will shift you. And I know this seems corny, right? For some people I already hear you saying, that's not me. That is that's such an earthly thing to say. Because beauty and sensuality comes in dance. For some of you, it's something that you really love to do, but deep down you think you don't do it well. So you're worried about people judging you, but it's time for you to express yourself freely, right? Because it will shift you into a beautiful state. That is why dance is here. It is to shift the atmosphere and to shift you into a beautiful state. Because it will get you out of your head and into your body and heart. Because fear lives in the head, along with anxiety, control, guilt, frustration, impatience, and the like, honey. In just a few minutes of dancing, you will make the shift. You will feel a change or a charge of joy and confidence take over, and you will feel a soul reminder to live and lead from your heart. Dancing is a tool, which I just thought about the green aventurine, which is definitely there. It's a card that focuses, it's a crystal that focuses on the heart. Okay, so I'm trying to see if I can get this steady where you can see it. Let me see. Hopefully you can. Today's soul action: dance for 3 minutes to your favorite song. Notice the inward fire grow within you and the feeling you feel being you. You are a wild, loving force. Express it with dance today. So you are being encouraged to express yourself through dance. All right. This ends the reading. I gave you a card from your guardian angel. I also gave you an exercise, but your crown chakra upgrade is going to be key to all of this, so that you can really be who you truly are and what you truly access the knowledge that you need to actually fulfill the obligation or discover the journey that you came here to go on, the true journey, not just because you've been using your gifts to build earthly wealth. And now the spirit is saying it's time for you to access your records, your ancestral information, and all the things you need to go on your spiritual journey now. Okay? It is time. Thank you so much, pile number 2, for allowing me to access your energy. I am sending your energy back to you with love, and I wish you all the best on your journey. Hi, pile number 3. We are going on this journey together to see how you need to go from your fated life to your memory of forgetfulness, or your draft of forgetfulness. So the body that you're in now, your physical form, and how you connect and sense things with your physical organs, taste, touch, smell, that kind of thing. We're going now to how can you move from that to your physical, or to your metaphysical body, which would be you're going to start to remember all of the information and connect with the knowledge that has carried with you from lifetime to lifetime. So that is what we're working on right now. And I was told to actually pull 3 cards from that pile, and let me blow this out. There's a candle right there. So if you see the smoke coming in the screen, that is what that is from. And so I would love to be able to, so we're going to use this one. All right, so let's talk about, we're going to turn the cards over. Now, this is where you are. Lemurian seed codes: embracing sensitivity, uniqueness, living with grace. I'm just going to go down this journey with you together. This is very important. So if it's upside down, this is a very important card for you. So with that, this is the angelic frequency. Angels are here. You are safe, and you have a potent connection. Maybe that's interesting for you to note. The other card that's important is your third eye activation. So these are the bridges. I see. These 2 are your bridges here. So you have a third eye activation, and you have angelic frequency or protection around you. This is your state in the physical realm, which is probably very important. So we're going to look at that. And then your outcome, or where you are, is the great severing, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. I see. Okay. Now I see why you needed to know about all of this and what this outcome is right here for you. Let's talk about your current situation to see what this means in terms of your spiritual connection. All right. Because this, you're supposed to be going from your draft of forgetfulness, which is your physical body, to your draft of memories, which is here. And this is your bridge to get there. So this, let me see. I'm going to flip it. Okay, great. Because I flipped it over the room. All right. So the Chariot, that's where you are right now. The Chariot card. The Two of Swords in reverse. See what's going on. And the Four of Wands in reverse. So this is your current situation. And I'm going to show you this Chariot card so that way, because it seems like the light is shining on it, which probably means, let me see if I move it down here. Yeah. So I will move it here so that you can see it. Okay. So let's talk about your current situation. Let's discuss that. Okay. So this is telling about your current situation. When you have the Chariot card, you can see that there is a river behind that. You can also see that there is water concerning the Lemurian seed codes. The Lemurians were, it was thought to be that they were people who lived in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, and that their pineal glands were so well developed that they could see for hundreds of miles, and like using like sonar, things like dolphins and whales. So the energy that you bring is, let's talk about that first, and then we'll talk about the current situation. So let's talk about who you are, your current situation, and then we'll go into your bridges. So who you are currently is that you bring these seed codes with you. So even though you're in your physical realm, you are similar to, you have the energy of someone who is like the Avatar. So the Lemurians believed that they lived in a sacred land, and they were in complete harmony with nature and had a connection with every living being, similar to the movie Avatar. That's the funny thing, is that the earth, this is why I think Spirit had me pull the earth crystals today. Because the mahogany obsidian, it inspires creativity and rejuvenates your root chakra, and it's Capricorn energy, or Capricorn energy based. And what I feel like what that means is that Capricorns are, that energy being brought to this reading is that they are the cardinal signs of, or the leaders of the earth signs. Okay. So they are, so if that's the kind of energy that you have, is what I'm alluding to. The inner vision, their inner vision, or your inner vision, was fully activated, and the majority of the people, or the Lemurians, they honored one another in nature, so much so that when their civilization came to an end through a cataclysmic event, most likely the plates of the earth shifting, causing volcanic eruptions, most of them ascended. It is said that these highly attuned beings knew that their civilization would end and decided to send healing waves into another part of the world for future civilizations to benefit from. They telepathically channeled their frequencies into a thought form that would become crystals that would be found thousands and possibly millions of years later. These Lemurian seeds, which are crystals, are a type of quartz crystal mostly found in Brazil and Colombia. They are powerful crystals and striations similar to barcodes engraved on their faces. So this is funny that like you see the striads are like lines. So they have a feminine receptive energy that is said to help us step into a more feminine way of being in order to help the evolution of the species. What that means when they say feminine is spiritual. So for those of you who, I would say, to a more spiritual way of being in order to help the evolution of the species. So how you connect with this, let's talk about this. Visualize yourself on an island surrounded by pale blue waters, living in harmony with all living beings. If you own a Lemurian seed crystal, hold it in your left hand, call out to the ancient ones of Lemuria, and invite them to share their wisdom. Now, I don't always believe in how you get to your information. There are several different ways that you can do that. Whether you have a Lemurian crystal or not, you can still access information from the divine. So that is why I feel like the third eye activation and the angelic frequency are here as your bridges to get to where you're going. Your message is that you are a highly sensitive being and you might feel like this is a curse. But this card is here to let you know that it is a gift. That is probably where you see the Mars energy, the anger, because you might feel like where you are in the state of what you are dealing with right now is a curse. But it is not. It is a gift. It indicates that you have spent lifetimes upon lifetimes living with a giant shield up to stop the world from seeing the real you. But you are a highly unique soul with incredible gifts that are worth sharing. Through embracing your uniqueness, you can help many others embrace their own. This lifetime is more a graceful existence with less defense and more trust. It's not about protecting yourself, but stepping into the space of surrender and revealing your true self to us all, basically. This is funny because this reminds me of the striations or stripes. This is explaining who you are. So I just want to make sure you know that is the energy. If you resonate with this energy, then this card reading is definitely for you. In terms of the Chariot and how that energy flows, you are someone who definitely use those gifts. You have been using those gifts throughout your life, but you definitely, it's kind of like you are a Superman or a Spider-Man or a Spider-Woman, where you are able to kind of mask who you are, but you still access the realm that allows you to freely use these gifts, right? The angelic frequency is the energy of the angels and the angelic kingdom, which is aligned to service, devotion, authenticity, and love. And when this frequency comes to you, it's because the gateway of your heart has aligned with it. So how you get from here is opening up allowing the gateway of your heart to open. And yes, you will have the strength to do it. It could be some turmoil around you, but you do have the strength because you have seen it in the past. In another reading, in this reading, it was a lesson to actually write down some ways that you have actually overcome some challenges in your life by using, like, how has the spirit shown up for you? I think if you can keep a journal of that so that you can refer back to that when things get chaotic for you on your journey, I think that's especially one way that you can help to continue to connect with your, truly connect and remove yourself from the pain body, or heal your pain body. And what I mean by pain body, I don't know if you've ever read Eckhart Tolle's A New Earth. Your pain body is the one that is like your physical body. Like, you continue to do things like make yourself, because you feel like, let's say my family is chaotic. Even if your family is calm, ultimately you will create conditions where your family seems to still be chaotic. until you come out of that pain body and or physical, or your draft of forgetfulness, which is what you're born with. When you're born, you forget all of your ancestral wisdom until you start to connect with the divine. A lot of you, once you're into spirituality, you do have a connection. What's being asked of you at this time, though, is to understand how you can go from your Lemurian seed codes and having those frequencies and having those downloads in your body or in your life, and get in touch with the angelic realm, and also connect with the heart of God, so that you can really start to access the wisdom you need to use to complete your journey here. Many times, a lot of us are, we struggle, we strive, we try to do a lot of things that the world called successful. And the truth of the matter is that your purpose is locked up in your spirit body. In everything that you came here to do, all of the information is there. So when you disconnect from your physical body and go inside and connect to your spiritual body, that is where you're able to unlock, truly unlock all of the information you need to continue on your journey. And your pain body and all of the situations that you see and the illusions of strife and chaos and some of those things in your family, I'm just using that family story as an example, will dissipate. They'll disappear right away. And that is the skillful way of being a spiritual being. One of the ways that you can connect is visualize yourself surrounded by golden light to attract the angelic kingdom into your world. Silently say, "Thank you, angels, for reminding me of your presence. It feels so good to know you are here," and welcome in their light. Angels are drawing close to you at this time, so be open to the signs and synchronicities that confirm this. A lot of you have been seeing numbers and other things, or birds or other things, whatever it is for you that notifies you that there's a synchronicity in your life. That is what this is referring to. It's important for you to know that through your actions, choices, and service, you have upgraded your spiritual connection and your frequency. So now is the time for you to rejoice, for you may be rewarded with abundance and blessings at this time. And you have been making choices that are not just for your own greater good, but for that of all of those around you. And that makes sense with this Lemurian seed codes, because they knew that their whole island was going to collapse into the sea. And before they ascended, they got together and made sure that they left all of their knowledge in the angelic realm. And the frequencies that they sent out are captured in the quartz that's called Lemurian. So those frequencies are still locked inside of those crystals. Your guardian angel is with you now, helping you remember your infinite power and potential. Reach for the stars and trust that all the efforts you have been making, both internally and externally, will bring blessings and opportunities. The path you are on is aligned to your highest good, and the support you need is there for you. You are cherished by angels. So don't be afraid. You have the strength, you have the backing to move from your pain body to your spiritual body. The third eye activation card is another way in terms of unlocking your intuition. When you're unlocking your intuition and your third eye, typically a lot of people, if you don't know, your third eye is the region between it's like right in the center of your forehead. Some people say like right between where your eye is located, where between your two eyes. And right above that in your forehead is where I've heard that the third eye is, but just in that region. Okay. They call it the third eye or brow chakra, is the energy found in the middle of the forehead between the brows. It's often represented as an eye, and it governs all aspects of your vision, including dreaming, reading between the lines, visualization, and having psychic insights. So this gateway encourages you to unlock your psychic abilities and to stop questioning your divine ability to see. That's where the anger is coming in. Don't question it. You have the strength here with this Chariot card to know that what you're seeing and what you're visualizing is the truth. The good of what you see and the information that you're unlocking is the truth. The chaos that's being presented to you is the illusion. That is what I'm hearing to tell you. If you have an intuition about something, trust what you are seeing. This is a sacred time for the psychic potential that you have had since childhood is awakening from slumber. You've always been a dreamer, sometimes thinking about how the future will show up or revisiting the past. Now the gifts that have been discouraged in the past are reawakening. And that's interesting because that's been the situation for most of the readings. Everybody, somehow there is a situation where you presented your gifts as a child and they were either laughed at, ridiculed, caused disruption because you could read somebody's mind or something like that. Like you could read the energy in the room as a child, and people are afraid of that. So they started to perhaps attack you, or your family's not ready yet for you to divulge what it is that you're learning on this new spiritual journey. But you have an innate ability to see further than human eyes and are able to identify the energies of what is going on around you with your activated third eye. This gateway is here as a confirmation that what you are seeing and experiencing is in divine alignment and that you are being supported as you develop this source-given gift. You are now being asked to, those Lemurian seed codes, you're being asked now to be okay with activating them. They're already activating in your life, and it's time now to move forward with your decision to live the abundant spiritual life that you were shown. That is what is happening for you right now. I think that that's a beautiful thing. And let's talk about the great severing, because you're going from, because this is your true spirit body. So for me to see that, I'm like, okay, that doesn't necessarily make sense to me, but I'm just a messenger. So we're going to see together where this leads. So with this Mars energy, anger, conflict, and softening to love, this is a shadow card, one that may feel confrontational. However, don't be afraid. It is here to bring to the surface anything that's standing in the way of letting love in. So that is what this card is about. So there is some forgiveness that probably needs to happen here. You've made the decision to move forward. Just know that you are protected. Even though you may feel alone, you're not alone. You have all of your energy bodies to gain and glean information from. If you're just looking at what you see, what you smell, all of your, if that is all you see and not connect to your spiritual realm, that is when you run into the same situations over and over again. But there are many things in the human experience that make it difficult for our heart and soul to stay open to the never-ending source of love. We're all wounded, and our unconscious wounds inflict wounds on others. It can feel like a never-ending dance we can never escape. That is exactly what we're talking about. If you aren't careful, though, before long, you'll see the world as a scary, dangerous place where fear and anxiety roam free. Because this card showed up for you as where you're going to your spiritual body, it's for two reasons. One, it could be for you to acknowledge the difficult emotions, situations, conflicts, wounds, and fears that are causing you pain and anxiety. And secondly, for you to find your way back to love. That is why the spirit kept telling me to say pain body. You keep repeating the same painful experience over and over again. When you're hurt, it's normal to close off your heart to the world. to let the painful experience confirm the agony of separation in earthly life. You're being asked to soften and find your way back to love anyway. How you do that? Opening up your third eye or your brow chakra and understand that you are safe to do it now. You are safe. You have a potent connection to the angelic realm, and you are safe now to love. When fear, anxiety, and paranoia paralyze you, it's normal to want to hide away from others and the world. You're being encouraged to come out of your cave, even if it is not a physical cave. It could be a spiritual cave, like your heart is guarded. And you're asked to come out and play. Soften your heart. We're all innocent children spinning our way around the world. Find a way to see the innocence in all people, especially yourself. So your soul inquiry is, how are you cutting yourself off from love? And how can you soften towards those who have hurt you? This does speak to that there is some hurt there, some past hurt. And so what is something that, let's see if we have the first card I did was an angel. Let's see if I can find my angel deck here. All right. I don't see my angel deck, so I'm not going to push for it. I guess that's not in all the, there it is, Lord. Sitting right in front of me. Okay. So we're going to see which angel shows up for you. All right. The angel number 33, the angel of enlightenment. That's very interesting that the angel of enlightenment has showed up to help you on your journey. So just know that, and that's the number 33. So if you are into numbers, just know that if you see that synchronicity, or if you see 33, just know that the angel or the angelic frequency, or that specific set of the angel of enlightenment has showed up to help you on your journey. Okay. So just relax through this time. And wow. So this is telling you about the guardian angels. So you have a guardian angel, and it says about the guardian angels, we each have at least one guardian angel who lovingly oversees all the events of our lives. Guardian angels are messengers of light whose divine mission is to protect and guide humanity along its sacred journey. Their love for each of us is unconditional, so no matter what you do or don't do, you are always worthy of their love. So just remember that you are worthy. This is about your guardian angel, angel of enlightenment. And let's see how, I always like to leave everybody with two things came up for this. So let's see. Am I communicating my needs? And what if it isn't true? Wow. Okay. So let's see. What if it isn't true? The thing you're telling yourself right now, the concrete reasons why you think you don't belong, you can't do it, you won't get there, you're not enough, or it's not for you. What if it isn't true? That's what we were talking about with the Chariot card. What if it isn't true? What if the things you're saying about your family isn't true? It's time for a soul chat. Close your eyes, put your hands on your heart, and ask the wise one within you, what if it isn't true? What else might be possible? Journal your answer. What lie do I need to let go of to reach my soul's truth? Boy, if this isn't, wow. What lie? I'm going to turn this over. What if it isn't true? What lie are you telling yourself about your situation and the chaos that's in your life? It's not true. It's an illusion. Once you step out and you soften your heart, just know that you're protected and you have the intuition to do it. So you're not going to get yourself into situations, or you're old enough now to protect yourself. That's the thing that I'm hearing for you guys. Your needs matter. What you are needing right now, what are you needing right now that you haven't communicated? What are you afraid of? Is it possible that what you're fearing is not true? Again, today's soul action, journal these answers. What are my needs? Am I saying no and yes enough based on my desires? Am I telling my full truth? Do I believe that my needs matter? And do I share them with others? Do I ask for what I want? When communicating my needs, what am I resisting and with whom? What do I need in order to feel safe enough to express my needs? This is very important for you as you go on your journey. Okay? I've done everything I was supposed to do. This box is sitting here. This is the Guardian Angel card box. If you see that. That's all that your spirit guides have for you on this one. Okay? I was heard to say that this is it. So this is the information that you need to carry you to your next step. And I appreciate all of you allowing me to share in your energy. And I am giving your energy back to you in love. Pile number 3. Because it's been a minute. I was like, wait, what pile number 3? I'm giving you your energy back in love and light. And I wish you all the best on your journey. What a journey to have. It is your time now. And you have the strength you need to go down that path, okay? I will be in prayer for you. I know it's all going to work out. Take care and be blessed. All right. So, hi, pile number 4. You have chosen the Unmarked Trail Revelation. I'm going to slide this over some. And this crystal, it has a specific name, red jasper. It's late. As you know, if you looked at pile number 3, if you did not, just know that there has been some time between when I started this initial reading and now. So it is later in the day. And so I don't have to remember everything, and you don't have to be perfect on this journey. You just have to show up. And that's the thing that I'm learning more and more. I don't have to be perfect, and it's okay if I don't remember every single thing when my mind is filled with channeling, right? Okay, so let's look at your situation. It is, I'm sorry, defensiveness, writing past wrongs, and uprooting. So this is what you're doing right now in your physical, or what I call pain body. We're going to look at your bridge, which is crystal skull wisdom, clarity, divine healing, high vibrational energy. Definitely need that. So that's going to be what's going to take you from here, your pain body, to this, which is going to be a message from your connection with the spiritual realm. And when it comes in upside down, as I told you guys, with the Oracle card, that means it's really important for you to focus on. So this says that you're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness and face your true north. Okay? So that is a message from the divine. This is pretty simple to see already. The whole I'm sorry, your defensiveness, writing past wrongs. Let's see what that's about though. The unmarked trail. So you probably came here to specifically participate in a new journey or reconnecting with your spirit man. You have the King of Wands in reverse. The Five of Cups in reverse. Wow, that really speaks to the I'm sorry card, and the writing past wrongs and sorrow there. And then Two of Cups. Interesting. All right. So let's look at the I'm sorry card, or let's go through the tarot cards first, because I've been doing that with everybody. So we are going to follow that path, or because this is the unmarked trail card, let's go with the I'm sorry card and see where that is and why you might have these tarot cards here. So with the I'm sorry card that has appeared, There's some divisiveness there with you. When you're hurt and triggered, you tend to see things as a personal attack rather than an opportunity for you to heal. So if you are to find true peace and unity, you have to drop your defenses and see things outside of right and wrong. So as souls, we intrinsically remember unity and yearn for it here on earth. You remember unity on this side. Here it's divisiveness, and that is a very physical pain body response to life. If you are wondering what I mean when I say pain body, it's like a draft of forgetfulness. Like when you're born, what you have to rely on mostly is your sense of sight, smell, taste, touch, the physical senses, right? To give you information. When you tap into your spiritual body, then that is where you can start to harness your new organs like intuition, love, like all of your emotional and spiritual gifts. As souls, we intrinsically remember unity and yearn for it here, and perhaps that's why it feels so painful when you experience the opposite. But it's crucial to remember that you can't simply just bypass reality and pretend that unity, love, and forgiveness are here. This is one of the greatest challenges for you as an individual, or for some of you that are star seeds or that you're on the spiritual journey. To bring about unity, you must first acknowledge the ways in which both you and the world have been divisive, whether it's personally, ancestrally, collectively. It's time for you to do some shadow work. Hate, wounds, separations, severings, wrongs, and sadness really shows up here, especially with the King of Wands. There's been some unrealistic expectations that you've had about your journey so far here on this planet. And especially with the Five of Cups showing up, let's talk back to the King of Wands, okay? You may be a very highly ambitious person, and you may be setting yourself up for failure if you set goals that are significantly out of reach and then push hard to reach these unattainable goals, whether it is a goal within your family or whether you expected your life to be a certain way. You have been striving and pushing and pushing and pushing, and this is definitely probably one of the reasons why you're called to explore how you, your ancestors, or society around you consciously or unconsciously inflicted pain on others. You have in some way, there's my dog barking, spirit confirmation. You have in some way caused some pain because you expected things to go a specific way. To find a way, your goal is to do something that's on an unmarked trail. And that is to find a way to drop the armor around your heart and see things as they truly are for all people. To say, I'm sorry with an open heart and mean it. To be part of the healing rather than the perpetuation of inherited conflict or oppression. This isn't about blame. It's about unwinding the pattern that got you there. You may also be called to devote your time to causes you believe in or do healing work on your ancestral line. So for some of you, this is actually some work that needs to be done through, this is not an attack on your ancestral line, but there has been some pain in your life. And with this Two of Cups here saying that there's some kind of fiery passion around it, it might be some type of situation where it's a recycling of you fall deeply in love with somebody. Next thing you know, there's hurt, there's pain, there's rejection, there is sorrow, there is sadness, there is unrealistic expectations set, there's unrequited love, like you love somebody, they don't love you back, or somebody loves you, you don't love that person back. I'm thinking that because I see the Two of Cups here, that perhaps this whole situation is about an ongoing cycle of like love abuse. I don't know. I don't know how else to say it in your family. And so let's look at the Crystal Skull Wisdom to see. Before I do that, the Starseed Soul Inquiry for this is, how are you being called to drop your defenses and unwind past wrongs? So you may be required to, or your existence here may be to help to unlock and unwind and stop the cycle that happens in your family. It doesn't necessarily have to be about love, but with this Two of Cups showing up here in an upright position, it could mean that you may be entering a new partnership, or it doesn't necessarily have to be about love, but it is about your being in relationships where you have the bar is set so high for everyone, and because you set the bar high for yourself. So, and there's my dog again. I'm gonna let him continue to bark to give us confirmation on that. So yes, all right, so we have some confirmation from the natural realm that is exactly what is going on. So I'm gonna go see what he's barking about, and I will be back. All right, so let's talk about this bridge that's going to get you from the defenselessness, the righting past wrongs, and the uprooting. I'm feeling like I need to pull another. Okay, yes, it popped out. King of Pentacles. So this is concerning possibly business, with business partnerships, pushing for, striving for, you are, with this King of Pentacles coming out, I wanted to ask for some clarification on that, if it's love or if it's more so for business. For the majority of you, because this is a general reading, for the majority of you, this is about business. And you are definitely someone who strives, and that's okay. Like, sometimes people think, well, because I'm spiritual, I can't be successful, right? I wanted to confirm that, whether or not it was about love but your fiery passion about what you do, you have very, very, very high expectations of everyone else around you, that because you have this fire in you, that everyone else should too. But sometimes when it doesn't work out the way you think, then and this could actually be something that was not just something that you brought here, but you have their ancestors in your life, because who have gone through the exact same thing. You could be very, very successful in whatever it is you do. And it doesn't have to be, like I said, it's not compared to everybody else's success, but in your mind, you could be happy with where you are financially, and there could be a bit of abundance, or there could be abundance, period, in your life. Okay. So with that, which is why I see you're not for everyone. I think that's a message. What I'm hearing is that that's a message from the ancestral realm to you. This is going to be the bridge that's going to connect you to your healing about this whole I'm sorry and the grief that surrounds all of this. Crystal skulls. The Crystal Skull Wisdom. This is an ancient tool where, or an ancient healing tool where there would be, like, say for instance, if you needed to open your heart chakra, okay? That's my dog sitting right next to us now. A quartz crystal is known for its capacity to amplify energy and store information, which, if you looked in pile number 3, the Lemurians actually sent their energy and frequency and knowledge into quartz. So when a crystal is carved into a particular shape, it can bring healing and clarity to what it represents and uncover memories that could be essential to revealing truth. So crystal skulls are wonderful healing tools that bring clarity to the mind and healing to the headspace. So having a crystal skull around you, for some of you that might seem a little strange, but this card is transporting you, or this is the information that you have is, this is your transport card to go, or your bridge to go from the I'm sorry card to your new card, okay, to your new spiritual body. And this crystal skull consciousness delivers high vibrational frequencies, and it puts that into your energy field so that you can experience clear-mindedness. If you have ever felt called to crystal skulls or have an interest in them, there's a possibility you have connected to them with them in a previous incarnation. They are gateways to clarity and potential. So one thing that you can do is when you start to do your mindfulness and visualizations, because mindfulness and visualizations are the key to really accessing and going from here to here. Once you become what I call super conscious, it is really going down that path of being first setting your intention, being present, and then practicing mindfulness. Once you're able to do that and you visualize yourself being transported to the heart of the stars and asked to be connected to the crystal skull consciousness. Now, with that, I don't necessarily, like I said, I always feel like there are several different ways to connect to consciousness. You don't have to, if it's not your belief to pray to or go up and visualize yourself talking to a crystal skull, don't do it that way. What I suggest you do is just to visualize and talk to your spirit guides and ask for your consciousness to be clear. Take time, breathe, and receive a direct transmission from your angelic realm. Now, the message for you with this is that all aspects of your life are becoming clearer at this time. So expect to become aware of what you need and step away from what you need to step away from. So the expectation now is that there's going to be some things that you are going to be presented with that you have to step away from to have a more focused path. You may have felt indecisive, but now you are downloading direct guidance from the heart of source so that you can live and express yourself in a more authentic way. That really speaks to you're not for everyone. And I really thought my pulling this card to say that you are somebody who is a very astute person, whether you are in business or you are in leadership or you are the head teacher or you are someone who has these innovative ideas. The pressure that you've put on others have made you feel like, I'm sorry, I don't mean to put all this pressure on you, but I see so much in you. You could definitely be a Virgo. You could definitely. Oh my God. And it's funny because this you don't have to be a Virgo. You could just have that energy. That is funny. This is a time of clarity and connection. And this wisdom, the crystal skull wisdom, is here to bring clarification to what you have been receiving within. In order for the next phase of your journey to unfold, in order for you to go from this physical realm to your spiritual realm, you must follow the information that you have received. You know what you need to do to heal and grow. If you've been asking for a sign that the healing work you have been doing has been successful, trust that this card is the message you have been waiting for. So you have been doing the healing work. With you being an achiever, I know that you guys were probably the ones who wanted to be tops in class, tops in school. You wanted to be that person, that girl, that guy, the one of one, right? That is the energy that you embody. and you have hurt some people on your way, on your journey. However, this is the message from your ancestral team. This is what I heard, okay? You are not for everyone. That's why this card came out. So embrace your weirdness, like face your true north. The world is filled with people who, no matter what you do, they just are not going to like you. However, it is also filled with people who love you fiercely, and they are your people. You're not for everyone, and that's okay, Pile 4. Talk to the people who can hear you. Don't waste your precious time and gifts trying to convince others of your value. They won't ever want what you're selling. Don't try to convince them to walk alongside you. You'll be wasting both your time and theirs, and will likely inflict unnecessary wounds that will take precious time to heal. That is what has been going on in the past. In the past, you've tried to bring everybody along. Come on, everybody. I see the good in you. I see the best in you. I see this in you and you've put so much pressure on yourself, because I put so much pressure on myself, is what I'm hearing, to succeed. You should be able to do the exact same thing. Everybody cannot go with you on this journey. However, you're not alone. There are people out there who fiercely love you. Sharing your path with someone is a sacred gift. Don't cheapen it by rolling yours in the wrong direction. Keep facing your true north. You're not for them, and they're not for you. Politely wave them on and continue on your way. Stop trying to bring everybody with you, okay? With this card being here, it means that you're called to embrace your uniqueness, to own your, what they're calling weirdness, but I'm calling it greatness. Embrace your own uniqueness and greatness, to let the world see who you really are. Show them who you are. If you ever seen the Black Panther movie where the mother comes out and tells T'Challa, show them who you are, then show them who you really are. And it's okay. Reveal your multifaceted, multidimensional nature, not to dim your light according to who is in your presence, to own all parts of yourself so that your people, the ones who are the same kind of great as you, can recognize you when your paths cross. How can you embrace your greatness and not care so much about what other people think? That is what I'm hearing for you. Embrace your greatness and not care so much about what other people think. If they can't go, if they don't get it, they're just not a part of the tribe, and you're wasting your time. You're hurting people by keeping people around who don't matter. Oh, wow, gracious. I went to pick up these cards to give you one, and one flew out. Okay, it's on the floor. Let me get it. Okay. Wow, the angel of patience showed up. So the angel of patience is here to help you on your journey. So have patience with yourself and others. Man, I'm just knocking. Gracious day. Okay, there's another one. The angel of claircognizance. So that is number 12. This is number 21. Wow. 1, 2, and then 2, 1. So if you see 12, 21 a lot, that can be a synchronization that shows that both these angels are there for you. The frequency is there. So clairaudience, or I'm sorry, claircognizance, and the angel of patience to help you on your journey. Okay, so with the angel of patience, that is more of a listening angel, and one that I guess at this time gives you the energy, or brings the energy of listening and not talking so much. So listening and paying attention to what's going on around you. This really speaks to this. The crystal skull wisdom, especially this angel of claircognizance, because claircognizance, especially with the crystal skull wisdom that has presented itself, is the psychic ability of clear knowing. So you actually have, this is probably why You are always, you have clear cognizance. You have this ability of clear knowing. And because you share that ability of clear knowing, you can see straight through and are very logical in your thoughts, which is probably why you've been able to achieve so much in your life. So when you have clear cognizance or clear cognizance, you receive psychic information through spontaneous ideas. So you may have ideas for people, and you see, that's what I was saying, when you see so much in people, you see the greatness in people. But the thing now is just to have patience with yourself and just move away from trying to be everybody's savior and trying to help everybody through their journey. Like, you're trying to help everybody see their stuff and heal. And it's really just your time now to just focus on yourself and share the love and share the information that you have with your tribe. That is what you're being called to do at this time. This fell out on the ground as well. And this talks about, am I communicating my needs? This came out in pile number 3 as well. And it says your needs do matter. And what you're needing right now, what are you needing right now that you haven't communicated? What are you afraid of? Is it possible that what you are fearing is not true? Maybe you might fear or feel like you may be by yourself. If I tell everybody what they need to hear, I may be by myself. There's a lot of shame, and oh man, there's the water turning on again. So there's that is confirmation tonight. I've been using that. So this whole defensiveness and writing past wrongs, it's like, what are your needs? You've been trying to help everybody else, but what are your needs? Are you saying no and yes enough based on your desires? Are you telling your full truth? Do you believe that your needs matter, and do you share them with others? Do you ask for what you want? When communicating your needs, what are you resisting, and with whom? What do you need in order to feel safe enough to express your needs? So those are some questions. I'm going to put this back up here so you can actually screenshot that, because I think you need to really, in your journal, you probably really need to focus on that. The last thing I have for you is, let me just, okay, this one. Ooh. Am I ready to let go of this buried shame? There's something in here that's buried. The feeling of shame is the lowest energy frequency there is. When you live in shame, you live in darkness. What part of you is ready to stand in the light? Is there any shame from a past experience that is ready to be healed? So your action is heal the shame by giving it a name. Bring it to the light and let it be seen, heard, and healed. It's revival season. Replace the shame with your soul's truth. My soul's truth is blank. Those are your journal prompts. I'm going to put this here where you can see it. Wow. Okay. So what I saw on the bottom of this pile when I picked it up is breakthrough. How many beautiful heartfelt wishes have been crushed by fear? How many times has society's voice of disapproval cast a shadow on your dreams? It is time to break free of these false beliefs and realize your dreams. Allow your heart to guide you. Trust your inner guidance. The time is right. What I'm hearing for some of you guys is that you achieve, but there's so much more that you could be doing. But it's the fear of being alone that stops you. Like if I really let go of all of these people that I've brought on this path with me, am I really doing myself a disservice? Will I be by myself? What's going to come to take their place? And there's some shame in that, because you may feel like, well, I don't want people to think that I'm a failure if I let all of this go around me. But ask for what you need and allow it to show up in your life is what I'm hearing. Expression. Express how you feel clearly, lovingly, and honestly without fear or judgment. Say it exactly like it is. All will be resolved when you express to others how you truly feel. Trust in the power of life to guide you and heal all concerned. Self-expression is liberating and healing. Okay? Let's see. That is, there's so much that's like, it's a lot of stuff. Your spirit guides are very active in your life. I can tell that. And so with that said, I want to thank you. I am closing off my energy channel because it's a lot coming through for you guys, but we can't do it. Rome wasn't built in a day. Okay. We're going through this in 30 days. There's a lot of chatter there. So it could be something where, it's time for you now just to kind of get focused and have the angel of patience and clear your mind. That's probably what that chatter means. And there's a lot going on in your head. You are going on a journey that is different from your ancestors. That's why that's why it seems like things are falling apart for you right now. It is because you are going to a level that your ancestors only dreamed of. And so it's time for you now to have that alone time to tap in to what it is that they really want you to do and the way you're really supposed to do it. You've been bringing people along just, oh, do you need help? Do you need help? Do you need help? Do you need help? You've been trying to help everybody along the path. And because they're not your people, when you put those expectations out there, they don't deliver. And there's some hurt there. Whether it's in your love relationships, whether it's in your work relationships, it's time for you now just to take a temporary reprise from that and just go inside and start to connect with your spirit man. All right. That was what I was supposed to share with you. Okay. I don't feel anything. All right. Yes. All the chatter has died down. I've done everything I was supposed to do. So file number 4. Thank you so much for allowing me to share in your energy. I am sending your energy back to you in love. And thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of this journey with you. And I wish you all the best. And if you are interested in a personal reading, I have all of that stuff in the description box of this video, whether you want a personal reading, whether you want a oh my goodness, whether you want to join our membership group where we will start to go live. So the membership group is up now. And I stopped the membership group on my Buy Myself a Coffee page because I wanted to bring it over to YouTube. So anyway, all right, guys, I wish you all the best on your journey. Have a blessed one. Take care.